Okay, this is gonna be part 4. This is the Sunday of Miami Wrestlemania weekend, and before anything, Miguel is not with us for about 3/4 of this video because you saw in the previous, well, Saturday, he was a little bit under the weather, and by a little bit under the weather, that is a huge understatement. He was not feeling well, so this most of this day just some bonding time with myself, Steve, and Luke Cage. Me sitting backseat as always. I don't know why. Just a thing. We didn't know how to get to WrestleCon. There was a lot of traffic. We had to make a lot of detours. So we're like, is that Mosh and Thrasher of the Headbangers? I'm like, where could they possibly be going? Oh, there's a Starbucks up the street, but either there or WrestleCon. So we assumed it was WrestleCon. So we literally followed them, keeping a safe distance. But we did follow them from the parking lot all the way to the building. Here we are inside WrestleCon, more packed house than the day before. Obviously, WrestleMania Day, a lot of people are going Access, a lot of people are going to WrestleCon before going to the big show. And here we are, Steve breaking out the old Waffle House shooter shirt, and I did not hesitate to mention, hey, look, it's Steve in his Waffle House shooter shirt. And here he is, Sheik, making his entrance. Look at Shelly Martinez right there. Steve goes, woo! Sheik looks, are you talking to me? He's like, Shelly Martinez. Like, never mind, fuck this guy. So Steve, blushing already at the sight of Shelly Martinez. Matt Hardy was a cool guy. Nothing bad to say about him. Started asking me a bunch of questions, where I'm from, which match I'm looking most forward to. Everyone knows the story of Jake Roberts. Don't have to go there. WrestleCon, always a great time. Wish they had more conventions like this around. It's a shame that this year may be the last. Well, it's not going to be the last, but within the city, within the close range, it's going to be the last. And Lex Luger and myself bonding over some Buffalo Sabres. And you can see there his hand was very limp. I know he's got a lot of health issues and just a very fragile man. And here we are with Extreme Nick. Got some Kevin, Man on Fire. We got DDP, Luke Cage, and Steve, and Christian's there also. Just hanging out, really. Nothing. That's really what we did even last year during the New York WrestleCon. This is Wrestle Reunion, but WrestleCon. I literally I went there, I went back to the hotel, and like 2 hours later I went back just to like hang out and just like stand there and do nothing. Ended up buying like 3 figures, just wasting my time and money. And Steve, poor guy, Dennis Rodman, has entered the building. He forgot his Hurricane figure, and I felt bad for him because he really wanted to meet him, but he forgot. I don't know if it was a figure or a magazine. He forgot whatever he was going to get signed. And Kevin here reading a poem he met for one of the best technical wrestlers of all time, Velvet Sky. Had something about a room key. There it is. Breaks out the room key, and he got a hug out of it. And then I think Steve was looking for a hug also. And I don't remember if I got it or I didn't get it on video. But Steve went up to her and she put out her hand for a handshake faster than he could blink. She did not want to touch Mr. Breach. But here you go, Luke with the Bret Hart shades. He's all pumped up for WrestleMania. Team Rock all the way for that guy. And I think Steve's about to do something very stupid, like jumping over a pole. I don't know what's going through the guy's mind sometimes when he's walking down the streets of Miami. Let's jump over a couple poles. And we are heading back to the car now to go to Access. Yeah, here we go. Steve. Hey, I'm Steve. I'm smart. I'm going to jump over a pole in the middle. Hey, guys, you think I can jump over this? I'm like, sure, Steve. Go for it. Here you go, the big wind-up. He's going to land right on his ass. There, slip and fall. No shame. He even celebrated after. He's rubbing his ass a little bit after. Probably hurt his tailbone. Old man breaking his ass. Here we are at Access. I think I had a VIP ticket. Yeah, I did. I had a Rey Mysterio one. This is the first time. Actually, definitely is the first time we saw the English guys who lived at Access. These guys did not go anywhere except the confines of WrestleMania Access. My good buddy Sean Blackford. There was supposed to be a confrontation between us two. We got the camera hog, Robbie Rebel, and I think myself and Blackford do a mimic of the WrestleMania 28 poster. Here we go. I think he's Cena and I'm Rock, one or the other, vice versa. But here we go, screenshot that one. We'll sign some 8x10s. And I don't know if you've seen this picture on my Facebook. It's the I'm doing the yes over the Money in the Bank. I don't know, little awkward moment. I don't know why I did that. Thought it was cool at the time. And this guy hogging, there you go, hogging all the spotlight again. And Christian, being the great filmer he is, filmed me meeting Rey Mysterio. was holding the camera the wrong way, but hey, footage is footage. And me meeting Jinder Mahal. This was mark out city moment for me. I ran from one side of Access to the other when I heard Jinder Mahal is going to be signing here, and obviously left everyone in the dirt. I was like, I think I was in the first, definitely in this first row in line, and he like, can you sign this? Like, to Ravi, like, #1 fan. He's like, how about #1 Jinder Mahal? Like, and then Steve told him, he's like, oh, he's your #1 fan. Like, he's not even kidding. And then he put up his hand. He's like, yeah, Ravi. I'm like, yeah, he said my name. And here Steve left the door open because we left him behind, so he wanted to catch up to us. And I guess when he's trying to catch up to us, his mind shuts down. I don't know if he left the trunk. You know, he left the door open. And I'm like, bro, you can't leave the door open because that leads to the trunk. And my Lex Luger figure's in the trunk. I'm going to lose my Lex Luger autograph, and that's going to be some bad news. But luckily nothing was stolen. And our plan here was to go back to the hotel and take the shuttle. Shuttle left at 3:45, I believe. I don't remember the exact time, but it left before this time. Here we are at the hotel. Miguel's putting some disinfectant around. We're all in our camo shorts, except Miguel, who didn't get the 411 about it. I'm like, dude, like, how do you not know about the camo shorts? You got our Rise Above Hate and Team Cena all the way. But what happened here was the Clique had to break off from our selfishness, and we had to help a buddy out. He was stranded back at Access, so now we have to drive back to Access, pick his ass up, and go to Wrestlemania, where the bus has already left. Now we gotta go through Miami traffic again, and I don't know. Just shows that, you know, we're good guys. Here you go, Steve's. We're good guys. So I guess I didn't film any of the ride to WrestleMania, but here we are. This is where everyone's waiting for the fireworks. But you know, when you think about it, I'm like, we're outdoors. There ain't gonna be no fireworks. See, everyone got their phones out, ready to, you know, that classic moment, like the pyros, like that awkward moment when there is no pyros, so people are just cheering. And the opening match, Daniel Bryan, the Yes movement began on this night, and you can pretty much say the place went nuts. Pyro's always cool to look at. One great thing about being outdoors, well, obviously when it's not freezing outside like it was in New Jersey, but this was a great time. Weather was perfect. Like, you couldn't even, honestly, I forget sometimes this was even outdoors because there was no wind. We were close to the ground anyway, so it's not, well, actually, we were on the ground, we were close to the ground, we were on the floor, 8th row in all its best. And for me, this is like the bone-chilling, like, holy cow, even watching it now, like the Cell entering the building, the music playing, the stare down, and just like, you can't even put it into words how, like, goosebumps. Even watching it now on DVD and watching it live, I'm like, man, like, of top 5 moments of, like, my wrestling, like, going to events and, like, just moments in general, like, that's definitely, could be possibly #1 next to The Rock and Cena stare down, which would happen later on this night. But the overall show was great. There was a kid who was a few rows ahead of us. He was by himself, and he was probably less than 12 years old, maybe 10 or 9, and he was by himself, and then the security's like, where's your parents? He's like, they left, and they left you here. Security got all mad. Here we are marking over some near falls. I think this was the super kick into the pedigree, and yeah, I'm pretty much, Sean's in the corner right now. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, Sean's crying in the corner. Yeah, so this was a super kick into the pedigree. I thought it was over. Everyone thought it was over, and just like, that's all it takes, is just that sliver of hope. Like, that's all fans need to mark out for the Undertaker match, is just that glimmer of hope that this could possibly be the end, and a lot of people thought that was the end. Here's Rock making his entrance. They did the Flow Rider thing and the Machine Gun Kelly thing, and here's some test of strength. Team Cena all the way, man. I was going nuts during all. Yeah, Cena. Yeah. But yeah, they finished that story. Yeah, that kid. During the CM Punk Y2J match, they pretty much told the kid, you can't be here by yourself. Hold on, I can't. The people's elbow was right there. Look, see that guy in the red-blue shirt? Like, he's 2 rows ahead of me. A guy literally maybe 20, no, not 20, maybe 5 seats to the left, 2 rows in front of me, caught that elbow pad. And I was too busy filming when I should have been in the aisle to jump for that elbow pad. I watched it go in my peripheral vision past me, and I was like, good God, I should have been there. Look at Miguel wants no part of these guys. He wants to get the hell out of here. But this is just the meetup after I sold Blackford my Wrestlemania chair. He even said it's got a better home now. I'm sure it does. I'm sure his ass keeps very well suited on the Rock and Cena's face. Steve decided to take his shirt off. I don't know why. And what happened here is I had access. I was so hyped on meeting Jinder Mahal, I had to get pizza. Had food at Access. I guess it wasn't the best food because we're like walking in circles because we couldn't find our parking. We couldn't find where we parked. I went to a cubicle. I threw up, and seconds later, I almost shit my pants. Here he is. I got sick after Mania because I ate undercooked pizza during Access. We got some epic Taco Bell, went back to the hotel only to find out that Luke was not there. 3 hours later, at 3:30, he showed up mad. He showed up very mad because him and Christian took another detour. They got lost. I don't know how much they had to pay for their cab ride, but they didn't get back for a long time. So they got back late. We were waiting for them. We were worried. They got no phone. You guys are looking at a black screen right now with me talking. But it was a good time. I don't think I've ever told that story, like, in detail. But what happened after was Luke and Christian, because everyone's phone died, they pretty much met up, and then they took, like, a city bus somewhere, and they ended up just going out and, like, weird, I don't know where Miami took them, but they ended up finding a way back to the hotel about 3-4 hours after the show ended. As long as they're safe, as long as they're alive, you know, you see a lot of crazy stuff on Dexter, these psychos in Miami. But, no, they came out. They came out unscathed. Maybe their wallets were a little bit lighter, but that was it. But that's all. See you guys in the next video.